If you manage a modern network, your daily reality is an avalanche of digital alerts. And when you look to manage that chaos, the cybersecurity market hits you with a second avalanche, a maze of vendor acronyms promising to solve all your problems. The stakes for getting this right are incredibly high. Modern threats like ransomware don't shows how the industry measures a security program's success, using a metric called mean time to respond, or MTTR. The elite standard mapped out here is detecting a threat in under 24 hours and executing a full response in under 4 hours. Organizations desperately want to hit that benchmark, so they open their checkbooks and buy SIEM and SOAR platforms, often treating these tools as interchangeable magic bullets. They are not. Think of it this way. SIEM tells you what is happening. SOAR tells you what to do about it. Purchasing advanced automation software before you have a clear picture of your own network traffic is a guaranteed way to burn through your IT budget while effectively automating your own chaos. Securing your infrastructure is a matter of sequencing. You have to match the specific technology to your exact stage of operational maturity. The required first step is Security Information and Event Management, or SIEM. This is your system of record, the eyes and ears of your network defense. SIEM operates by ingesting raw event logs from across your entire environment. It pulls from your firewalls, your endpoints, your cloud workloads, and your applications, funneling all that scattered data into one place. This graphic outlines how the technology has evolved over 2 decades. You can see the progression from Generation 1 systems with slow, manual ingestion to Generation 3 platforms using machine learning to profile behaviors. A modern SIEM takes all those disparate logs, normalizes them into a single format, and cross-references them to detect hidden attack sequences that no individual firewall would ever catch on its own. But SIEM comes with a heavy operational tax. The system requires constant tuning and rule adjustments to understand what normal daily activity looks like on your specific network. When a SIEM is fully operational, it generates thousands of alerts. If you hand that fire hose of data to a small IT team, the inevitable result is severe alert fatigue. SIEM gives you the visibility you need to survive, but without a dedicated mechanism to filter and act on that data, that visibility quickly degrades into a paralyzing wall of noise. That wall of noise requires human intelligence to sort through. This is where the Security Operations Center, or SOC, steps in to bridge the gap between raw data and decisive action. There is a common trap in vendor marketing that implies a SOC is a dashboard you can install. It isn't. A SOC is a physical team of people working under strictly defined processes. To be effective, that team has to operate 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That means staffing dedicated Tier 1, 2, and 3 analysts who are actively investigating SIEM alerts on overnight shifts and weekends. Building that internally is a massive financial commitment. Staffing a 24/7 team typically consumes 60 to 70. Asking a person to manually review thousands of repetitive IP addresses and log files day after day is inefficient. It introduces the variables of stress, fatigue, and differing levels of experience. Those variables lead to inconsistent handling of threats and critical details slipping through the cracks. Human analysts are absolutely vital for complex investigations and strategic decisions. Using those highly paid experts to manually click through low-level, repetitive alerts is unsustainable and guarantees burnout. To relieve that pressure, mature teams deploy security orchestration, automation, and response, or SOAR. If SIEM is the eyes, SOAR is the hands. The orchestration piece solves tool fragmentation. SOAR uses APIs to connect your firewalls, email filters, and endpoints, forcing systems that normally don't talk to each other to communicate natively. The automation piece then takes over. When an alert fires, SOAR executes predefined playbooks, automatically isolating a compromised laptop or blocking a malicious IP address without waiting for a human to click a button. This matrix compares the distinct roles of the 3 interconnected layers, clearly defining where each fits into the ecosystem. Notice the shift in the automation row. The workload scales by moving from low, human-heavy effort in the SOC up through the machine-driven execution of SOAR. But SOAR carries a severe risk. It blindly executes the playbooks you write. If your manual incident response procedures are flawed or undocumented, SOAR will just execute your mistakes at computer speed. If you aren't ready for full automation, the middle ground is a next-gen SIEM. These platforms build in basic SOAR capabilities, like user entity behavior analytics, which score events and quiet the noise without requiring you to manage two separate software platforms. SOAR is the ultimate tool for driving down your response times, but it is an optimization layer. It requires a fully functioning SIEM and tightly defined SOC processes to work. The golden rule of security architecture is strict adherence to order: SIEM first, SOC second, SOAR third. This roadmap maps out exactly what you should invest in based on your current operational reality. Path 1 is for the foundational buyer. This is an organization with scattered logs and no centralized visibility into their network. If this is you, ignore automation entirely. Your only priority is purchasing and configuring a SIEM so you can actually see what is happening across your infrastructure. Path 2 is for the overwhelmed operator. You have a SIEM, but your team is drowning in unmanageable alert volumes. Your next move is to either hire more human analysts to handle the load or upgrade to a next-gen SIEM that uses machine learning to filter out the noise for the team you already have. Path 3 is for the optimizer. You have a finely tuned SIEM and a fully staffed 24/7 SOC running documented procedures. For you, a standalone SOAR platform is the correct investment. It will scale your human talent and push your response times into the elite tier. If you look at this ecosystem and realize you lack the budget to build all 3 layers internally, your best alternative is outsourcing to a managed SOC provider who delivers the SIEM, the automation, and the human experts as a single service.